Hey y'all, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Maudie, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my homemaking notebook that specifically I'm using right now in my meal planning to simplify the way I plan our menus for my large family. So currently there are 10 people living in our household, and let's see, 5 of those are adults, and then there are 5 minor children. So with that being said, we have a lot of mouths to feed, and I have to keep it all together because I'm a planner, and if I get off on my plan, then I usually just spiral out of control. So the other day, amid a bunch of frustration where I'm just like, okay, we've already had takeout like 3 times, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out what it is that I need to fix, what I haven't fixed recently, because I also don't like to fix the same thing just over and over. Now, it may be the same theme meal, or I may do a 2-week rotational menu, but definitely not, like, we're not going to have spaghetti every week. I don't want to have pizza 3 or 4 times a week. Like, we just don't want to do that. And if I am just kind of not, if I'm not planning my meals, if I'm not keeping up with everything, we get into the rut of we're just having the same old thing over and over, or it's dinner time and nothing has been cooked and we just eat a frozen pizza, or we get Little Caesars or something like that. And I can't continue to do that. Number one, it's not healthy, but if we're going out to eat, if I'm going to get and take out, it's not affordable, and I can't afford it. So, and right now, I'm trying to save every dime I can and really hone in my budget, grocery budget, and my household budget, because we have a lot of different things coming up financially that we want to prepare for. And so my food budget is one place that I can really be leery of, so I can be aware of what I'm spending. And if I have a good plan, then that is where that comes into play. So I have my homemaking notebook, and this is just a binder, just a simple binder. It's a 1-inch binder. Got just a cute little cover in it that I made. And inside of this, I have made a 2-week menu plan. Now, I'm not going to get close up where you can see my chicken scratch because it's just that, chicken scratch. But I've got my breakfast. I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what I've decided to do is I'm basically rotating the same breakfast every day. I have a different breakfast for a certain day of the week, and we just keep that on rotation. Lunch will be a variety of different things, sometimes leftovers, sometimes something really quick. And then dinner is always something different. Nonetheless, I've got all this stuff written down. And what I have also done, instead of scrambling for, do I have the ingredients? Do I have what I need? I've got plenty of paper in here so I can write. I threw a notebook in here. And I also put one of these little divider tabs. And this is the one that has the envelope in it. So I printed off all the recipes that I need for the menus that for the meals I've already picked. So that helps me to then go look at those recipes and see, do I have everything I need for these meals? Now, another way you can do it is if you are cooking from your pantry or your freezer, then it's really simple in that aspect, as in you go and first you look and say, okay, I've got all these ingredients, and what meals can I make with that? And then you use that as the base for your menu plan. Something else I've also done is I am committed to learning to make new things. My family wants to try new dishes. I want to try new dishes. I want to throw some new things into our regular rotation. So another way I'm doing that is just taking my family's preferences into perspective and into consideration, and then I look for other recipes, things that we normally don't eat, and try those. So something new we tried was a chicken Alfredo casserole, and I didn't have my own Alfredo. I did not have Alfredo sauce in the pantry, so I just made my own Alfredo sauce. I've made this sauce before. It's very good, super simple to make. And I made the chicken Alfredo casserole. I was going to film that. I ended up not. My grandchildren were here. It was just a busy day. I didn't film it. I was not a fan. And I don't know why. I'm beginning to not prefer. I'm just beginning to not like Alfredo, I guess. It's just, I don't know why. It's just not my thing. It used to be for many, many years. It's just not my favorite anymore. So, but all my family really loved it. So this is a meal that I would make again for my family. I doubled it, and I would definitely make it again for them. I would just do something extra for myself, like an extra side or salad or something that I could eat. So how I'm keeping up with the recipes I've already made, I am taking, and like I had these, I've already made these. So these just go in the front of this binder because it has pockets. And there you go. And the recipes I haven't made yet are in this purple one. And I can pull those out, use them, put them here when I'm done. This is simple enough. But this could be a whole lot more complex. And something that I'm planning on doing is I'm going to put a master grocery list, a master pantry list, freezer list. I'm going to print off all of those. I'm going to go online, design me some, print those off, and put those in this binder. Of course, I'll make a hard copy to keep so I can just make copies every time I need one. And I will use that as my reference guide when I'm starting to plan my menu. If you're not into menu planning, then none of this is probably relevant to you. And I know that there are some people who do not plan. And I have tried to do that, and it's just not me. I have to have a plan. I have to know what we have. I have to know what I'm going to fix. One thing that not having a vehicle readily available to just go and get whatever, and grocery delivery was available in my area for a short time, and now they've kind of phased that back out. Just when my car breaks down, they phase it out. So I have to really be intentional about using the things I have, making do with what I have, and then I also have to be intentional about planning my trips to town because I'm borrowing someone's vehicle or my daughter's coming to pick me up. So that has really opened my eyes to the fact that I need to be more intentional in general. Whether I have a vehicle or I don't need to take it for granted that I can hop in my car and run to town every time I need something, which is not efficient gas-wise, putting mileage on my vehicle, or financially. Because if I'm just constantly running and grabbing a little here and a little there, it just doesn't do well for our budget. And that's what I'm trying to hone in on. So, if you have any questions about menu planning, meal planning, or if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. I'm all ears. I'm always looking for ways to make things easier for myself. And it's not that I'm like looking for a cop-out. I'm just looking for ways to streamline my life. I have a lot going on. I'm homeschooling 5 children. I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to build a brand. We have the little homestead. My daughter's got her bakery business. And then my younger children are also working on making some projects to put on Facebook Marketplace and on my Etsy. You can see some of those back here. My daughter, my 15-year-old, actually finished this last night. And this is like one of those things you like prop up at your door or prop up in your house. And she also is going to offer it where you could have it a hanger on top where you could hang it. And then my son, who's 14, made this little creature. Super cute. Just a little doodad. But my kiddos are getting into woodworking and building things. And that also takes up time too. Not to mention, I still have grandchildren. I have a grandbaby due any day now. And then I have myself and my husband and our relationship and our life. So I'm just really, I'm slammed. And so because of all that, and then the car situation tops into it, I'm like, I've got to learn to really focus on what I need to be doing. So I'm trying to be intentional. That's where menu planning, daily planning, all that stuff helps me. It helps me tremendously. And And if you can ever get into the habit of it, I can't much see where it wouldn't help anyone. Like, I think everyone could benefit from being planned, at least somewhat scheduled. Even if it's not a rigid schedule, like years ago I did the moth, where it was like I had 30-minute increments for everything I did. It's called moth schedule. And I did that for quite some time, and it worked. It was just, we ran the house like an army boot camp, and that's just not something I want to do anymore, and I just don't want to be that way. And now I'm a little bit older, I'm a lot more relaxed with these younger kids, and I want to allow them time to be creative and be children and enjoy being children while they still have the opportunity, but also still learn responsibilities and learn how to manage a home, learn how to do all the things, get their education in, of course, go to church, love God. You know, there's so many things I want to instill in my children, and I don't want to cut myself into 30-minute blocks to do that. So that's why I'm trying to develop some better systems, which do seem to be working. And I had already hit on my laundry schedule about having certain days to do laundry, certain days to do certain types of laundry. That's another thing. So anyway, that's really all I have for you guys today. I've had a couple of other videos that I had tried to make, and I've had some technical difficulties. I've not been able to get them out, but this is one that I really wanted to sit down and chat with you guys for a little bit. I'm planning to do a couple of more videos on this type of subject, and if that's not your thing, I completely understand. I will still be here with my grocery hauls, and I've got some cooking videos coming up as well. I am going to make some of these meals with you guys, and we can taste them together, and we can see how they taste and how we like. One thing I'm really excited to try is the roasted radishes. I've never tried those. I've never had a radish cooked. I've only had it like sliced up in salad or with salt, just so I'm excited to see how that turns out. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or comments, just drop it in the box below. And I want to take just a second to thank the people that have joined my membership tier. I really, really appreciate that. Like, it may be a small amount, but it still all adds up, and every little bit counts, and that helps me help my family. And that is my goal here, to be an encouragement to people on YouTube and to people that subscribe. I want to be an encouragement to you guys, but I also want to help my family as well and take some of that burden off my husband. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for all my subscribers, period. I've had quite a few new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the old ones, everybody that's been here from the beginning. It means a lot. So I will see you guys in the next one. If you know anyone else who would like my content, please send them my way. And as always, if you're not subscribed and you're just following along, I would love for you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell there so you get all my notifications. And like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.